Greetings, dear viewers, and welcome to some more Dead Cells. Back by popular demand, this one is. So, you folks really seemed to enjoy the first Dead Cells video. So, I don't really mind playing it and putting it up online, because, you know, that kind of stuff is fun. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and play some Dead Cells. I'm going to resume whatever my current run is. I apologize if this is not the start of a run. I think I just... Oh yeah, this is the start of a run. Cool. Check out these jars up at the top there. That's some of the stuff that I've unlocked already. Isn't that kind of neat? I'm unlocked some pretty cool things so far. New bows, new traits and stuff. Let me get the cursor off the screen there. Alright, so, if you watched the first Dead Cells video, you know what's going on here. Let's just go ahead and get the run started. Actually, one thing I just noticed, just now, is that I can jump down here. I hadn't done that before. Interesting. Also, one thing I didn't even mention last time was this big giant skeleton over here on the left. You see that? Isn't that crazy? Oh, and I also noticed that there's a ledge up there. I just now saw that. Oh, really? Blueprint acquired. Quick bow. Okay. That's pretty sweet. Ha! Yeah, I noticed this big skeleton, and in the first video, as I was watching the first video, I thought to myself, oh man, I didn't mention that giant skeleton, or I didn't notice it at first. I thought for sure someone was going to mention the skeleton that I didn't notice. But that's just the YouTuber in me expecting people to catch every little mistake or whatever. Even though it's not a mistake, it's just me paying attention to the, you know, the game as I learn it instead of the background and stuff. But yeah, so I wanted to talk about it just now, and then I noticed the top ledge right here, the one I'm standing on, before I even noticed this one. Which is why it took me a second just now to jump up to this one first to get up there. But cool, I just uncovered a secret area. I like that. That's neat. Alright, let's get the run going. Boom! Just charge right through. Alright, so we start off with a throwing knife this time. Oops. There we go. I like the throwing knives. They cause bleeding when I throw them. See? Isn't that sweet? And I gotta say, when it comes to this game, I really like the bleed and damage, the bleed and burn, the damage over time effects are really nice. I like them because they allow me to apply damage and stay mobile. I really like that. So we're gonna take this first floor a little slowly. Although there is a pretty neat feature which I may show you folks later. Gonna be honest, I didn't notice that there was a rune here. I just happened to hit the use button right there. But this is something I didn't get to show off last time either. This is a challenge area. There was a rune on the floor in case you're confused about how this happened. And if you hit the use button when you stand over that rune, it opens up one of these challenge portals. It says kill all the enemies and make it to the exit without getting hit. I have yet to be successful at this. There are 64 enemies in here and I've got to take them all out in 2 minutes and 30 seconds without taking a single hit. Obviously that is quite the challenge and I have yet to succeed at it. Let's see what I can do. The important thing is knowing the enemy's tells. Knowing when they're going to attack. I'm out of shurikens. I had to take out one of the bad guys before I could reclaim the ammo. Or to reclaim the ammo, in other words. I really need a bomb or something, which I don't have. I'm taking a long time to take these guys out. No! Dang it. Well, that was the best I've done so far. But there's a pretty neat little feature, which I was trying to talk about before we hit that challenge portal. When it comes to this game, you can actually rush through these floors and reach a room. Actually, you know what? I think I can show that to you now. Because we can go straight to the toxic sewers at this point. Maybe I'll reach it. Let me show you folks this. I said I was going to take that first floor a little slow, but if I have an opportunity to show off one of the cool little features of this game, I will. Alright, so I've got 2 dead cells to spend, or 2 cells to spend here. Let me just go ahead and dump them into health flask 3 for right now. 1 mutation available. I generally like to start with survival because it gives you that sustain in the levels. So I'm going to start off with that. And I can heal up here. Fill up my flask a bit. And get into the toxic sewers. Now if I do this right, I can find a door near the start of this area. It's a timed door. It's open for a few minutes. And if you reach it on time, you get a lot of goodies, a lot of cool stuff. And I'll go ahead and try and show that to you right now. And you're probably thinking to yourself, well, why aren't you getting out there now? Like, because we actually, the timer for that door, and the timer in general in the game is paused, as you can see down there in the lower right. So in this area, I can take my time and do whatever I need to do, such as commentate. Although I'm not sure commentary was necessarily one of the considerations for pausing time in the game like this. But, yeah, anyway, let's go ahead and walk over here and see if I can go find that door. Because I kind of rushed through the first floor, didn't I? I didn't explore all of it. I didn't find all the upgrades. I didn't find all the items. Let's see if I can find that door now. Or this door here, wherever it is. Oh, was that it? That is it right there. See, 53 seconds left to go. So I can open up the door, and the door has been unlocked. Now look, you get all of this cool stuff for rushing through this floor. All this gold. You get this upgrade right here, a scroll of power. I'm going to take brutality for the extra damage just to start. More gold, and there's even more stuff up here, I think. Yeah, more cells. There's some dead cells over here. There's 12 of them. We can see at the top of the vial there, or the case. Oop. Boom! 12 cells for future upgrades. Okay, and I believe that covers it. And you have a nice, neat little teleporter at the end of this area to send you back to the start, or, you know, pretty near where the door was. See, there's the door right there. See, and I think that's a really, 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 really awesome feature. Let me go ahead and pause. I think that's an incredibly awesome feature. I don't need to pause. Because what it does is it lets players who have already, you know, you're already good at the first floor, you can clear it easily. It lets players who are good at the game rush through the floors and hit up these rooms, because there's another one in the next level just like this. That lets you get upgrades. And instead of penalizing you for rushing through the first floor, you can collect enough stuff here that would almost equal what you would have gotten on the first floor if you did not rush it. So this lets you quickly continue the game at a faster pace. Like, nobody wants to do the first level over and over and over and over and over again as they try and get further and further in this game, right? Because it's a roguelite, you're expected to continually die and restart. You're expected to continually restart, and nobody wants to do that first level over and over again. So I think that is actually an ingenious mechanic, because like I said, in the next level there's another door just like that one. So if I wanted to, I could rush this level too and get to the next well, floor, level, whatever you want to call it. I could get to the next level, and that door should hopefully contain... I'm taking a crap ton of damage here. That door should hopefully contain enough stuff to cover what you didn't make in this second level, right? So again, I think that's an ingenious mechanic, because it lets experienced players, people who have been through the same floors like 50 times, or, you know, however much it took you to get really good at it. It lets you skip past all that so that you can get back to the game and get back to progressing, while still being just as fun as a roguelite should be in its randomness and, you know, and the whole starting over mechanic, which is an important mechanic, an important system in a roguelite, the whole starting over thing. But I think they found a really good way to handle that here, to balance those two considerations. The whole starting over thing is important, and the whole keeping the progression moving is important thing. I think they did great there. I haven't found a lot of power-ups yet, have I? Oh crap. Whoop. So anyway, I thought that was a really, really cool feature, and I've actually wanted to talk about it in a YouTube video, but I didn't know if I was going to be doing a whole lot more in the way of dead cells. Ow! But apparently you folks want it, so yeah, sounds great to me, man. Ow. Okay, well, I don't want to get eliminated this early, so I'm actually going to use one of my healing flasks. I got 2 charges of that. Those scorpion things are a real pain. They've got a good ranged attack and a good melee attack, and they're pretty tanky. There's a blue dot over here. Oh, it's a teleporter. Okay, that's cool. I was talking about the mini-map, by the way. Oh, these slugs! These slugs are really annoying. They're fast, they have a melee attack, but that's not the annoying part about them. The annoying part is when they die, they leave behind those chunks of meat. Those, well, I don't even know if it's meat. Organs? They leave behind explosive organs. That's basically what those are. Yeah, they leave behind those explosive organs, and that can really, well, while it was very easy for me to handle right there, in big groups, when you're slashing at multiple enemies and you don't know exactly when you take out the slug in that group, yeah, it can cause some confusion and some, you know, ow, some pain for you there. Also in situations like this, woo, lucky I didn't get hit. I need to be able to get up there. I don't want to stand too long here in this. Apologies if you hear some stuff going on outside, like an engine vrooming by or something like that. Somebody just drove by with a loud engine. It's one of those things that if I didn't mention it, you probably wouldn't have noticed. And you probably didn't even hear it anyway. Alright. Alright, man. This is a very upward layout. Nope, those things explode and they suck. Those little explosive bats. Those explosions deal a lot of damage. You want to try and pick them off with whatever item you got. Melee attack, ranged attack. You want to try and pick them off as quickly as you can. Okay, what's down here? Anything? This little spot seems like it's here for some reason. Right now I'm checking out the floor and the walls. Okay, maybe not. Maybe it's just a extra part of that room. Oops. Aha! A Scorpion. That guy can only shoot straight, so that sucks for him. Oh! I thought I rolled, but apparently I did not. This is a quest right here. I'll go ahead and see if he's here. He's here. Check this out. So, you folks obviously didn't see this because I did this off camera, but he gave me a quest to go kill an elite mob. I took out the elite, and the elite gave me a rune that allowed me to use some teleporters or something like that. I forgot what the rune actually did. But this guy wants his rune, and I kept it. And and check out my character. Check out how he responds to this guy who's grasping for his rune. This isn't over. When he asked me back for it, that's what my character did. He flipped this dude off. He's like, nope, it's mine now. Scroll of Power. Choose one of your 3 stats to improve. Okay. This time I'll go with Survival. The reason I'm not picking Brutality again for more damage is because you'll notice going to level 2 for Brutality, or level 3 I guess, only gives me plus 30% hit points, right? So these ones give me more health in general. Larger hit point bar in general. Plus, by taking Survival level 2, I get plus 3 hit points when I kill an enemy, which kind of stacks on top of the mutation I picked up earlier. So it kind of helps out. So this makes it a little bit easier for me to survive and sustain on these floors where I have limited healing. Whoop. Those explosions are big that those little bat things do. Such a pain those guys are. Let's go check out what's over here first. I'm looking at the map and seeing there's stuff that I didn't really explore off in this direction. Okay, that looks like a big room. Whoop. Now you can touch that green liquid for just a second, for just a split second, and be safe. Oh! Oh no! 2 direct damage hits just like that, and that ends the run. That's pretty cool, I guess. That was 26 cells we just lost. Okay. Well, let's go and get started on the next one. And this time, I want to rush through 2 stages. Oh, a double notched bow shoots 2 arrows at once. No, but I don't want to sell that. Show you how I sometimes do this. Not all the time. Sometimes I do actually just sit here and take my time going through all the levels. Oh, actually, we found a new something I just recently unlocked. Okay, this is sucking hard. Okay, use this. Get out of here. Woo! This thing kind of leads me to like a little bonus area, I guess. Oof. To help me unlock things. Might as well heal up. And this teleports me back. Except I have a shield. Man. Not as easy to rush this that room as I thought it would be. Oh yes, the blood sword. I love this sword. Hitting with it causes a damage over time. Causes a bleed. Okay, to the toxic sewers. Now this time we're also going to rush the toxic sewers. Not necessarily, that's not really my favorite, to say the least, of the different kinds of maps. Okay, I've got no cells to spin, so let's just go. And of course we'll pick up my usual mutation, survival. And we'll refill my healing flask and get a complete heal. Right here. And we're going to go hit up that early bird door, I guess you would call it. The rush door. We're going to go hit up that, if we can find it. It's generally not difficult to find. See what I mean? So we'll rush this one, pick up all this good stuff. There we go. And damage. Get some of these. Those find their way to me. And alright, now we teleport back. And then rush the floor. Here's what we're going to do. Woo! Oh, did I just go? Oh, I just went all the way around. So left it is. Now note that you can't rush every floor. Ow. You need to be experienced enough with the floor to be able to rush it safely, first of all. And they're always random. They're randomized. I call them floors. Yeah, I guess they are floors. They're always randomized. Oh, come on. Oh, shit! You see, so you might think to yourself, well, if you can just rush floors like that and continue getting items as if you hadn't rushed the floor, or, you know, commensurate to that kind of loadout, then why not just rush the whole game? You might think that, right? But they've answered that in this game too. They've actually solved that issue, because there are some mechanics that you need. I think this is the case. Yeah, I think there are some mechanics that you need to earn on some floors to be able to progress to later ones, first of all. So there comes a point where you have to start clearing a floor in a certain way. Where you have to, you know, stop rushing so you can clear a floor normally. Secondly, and I think that's the case. I'm not 100% on that, but I think that's the case. I feel like there are some abilities I've earned that have enabled me to progress, that once I reach a certain point, I won't be able to progress again until I earn a new ability or something like that. Anyway, again, not 100% on that. But also, like we've just seen, you have to be familiar enough with the hazards and the baddies and the different types of items and traps and bonuses and stuff like that on floors to be able to rush them safely. Because as you can see, it's not easy. These rooms can very well stop you. You have this roll, which is on a cooldown. You can't just spam the roll. Like, see, there's a short period of time between rolls where I can't roll. So in that short amount of time, it's very possible to take a huge amount of damage, and enemies can combo you, or you can take a lot of damage, then fall, then get stunned, and then land by a bomb or into an acid pit or something like that. There's all kinds of stuff that can happen, as we just saw. But it's a fun game. This has been fantastic. Anyway, I am going to go ahead and bring this video to a close at this point. Maybe the next run will get a little bit further. We'll see how that goes. I of course, am probably going to play a bit off camera, see how things go in that regard. Because I don't want the fact that I'm putting this on YouTube to slow me down at all in playing it for my leisure while off camera as well. So I'm going to go ahead and keep playing it as normal, as much as I see fit off camera. And maybe I'll just upload some content like this on Dead Cells periodically. Alright, so if you folks are still enjoying this as much as you enjoyed the first one, sound off, let me know in the comments. That will do it for this particular video. Hope you folks enjoyed this. Thanks a lot for watching, and I will see you folks next time.